Hello children, I hope you all are fine, isn't it? And besides playing, you all might be studying also at home. So again, whatever I want to tell you, that whatever we are teaching here, you have to pay with very good attention, and you have to do the work very properly. So children, I want to ask you some questions before starting the poem. Here we are going to start with a new poem, that is The Kite. But before starting the poem, I would like to ask you something. See, you all know you like to play different games. For example, like cricket, or you like to play ligori, then kho-kho, kabaddi, many games you like to play. From that, I think you even like to fly kites, isn't it? Yes, children? Yes. Not only the small children, but also the elder people, they like to fly kites. And have you ever tried to fly it one? Yes. Every child, they likes to fly the kites in the sky. So here again I want to ask you something, that you might be knowing, when do we celebrate this kite festival? Yes children, anybody can answer for that? Yes, we celebrate the kite festival during Makar Sankranti. And why do we celebrate this festival? Because it signifies a period of our family, they get together and we celebrate this kite festival. So everyone is familiar with the kite and everyone likes to fly the kites. Now here we are going to start with a new poem, The Kite. Children, here you can see in the poem there are no meanings given at all. So whatever meanings or whatever the hard words I will tell you, just underline and write down the meanings on some other notebook, like on in your rough book. So copy down the meanings, but because as it is hard to understand. So if I want to tell you now, we will start with the new poem, The Kite. See, how bright on the blue. How bright on the blue means what? If you see in the sky is very clear and you can see it is blue in color, and a new kite looks very nice and very bright in the clear blue sky. The first line, it tells that how bright on the blue. If you buy a new kite, you can see the color, the bright color, or the new kite, it looks very clear in the blue sky. Is a kite when it's new, and when it is very new, it looks very bright and it is we can see very clearly in the blue sky. Next, if you see with a dive and a dip. Now here, what is the meaning of dive? You just copy down. Dive means what? Move quickly downwards. There are many meanings, so you are going to copy down it. Dive is move quickly downwards. See, you have seen an eagle, it dives down to catch the prey. Means this kite also, it dives downwards. Means while flying in the sky, sometimes what happens? It dives down, or it moves quickly downwards. And a dip. Dip means what? Yes, dip also means moves down. It moves or it slows downwards. It comes very slowly downwards. Dip also, it move or slope downwards. So this kite, when it is flying high in the sky, what happens? It dives and a dip. It dives means it comes quickly down, very quickly it comes down, and sometimes and a dip. Dip means it moves very slowly downwards to the slope like this. It snaps its tail. Children, you know, when you see a kite, what happens? It has a tail, and it is said that it snaps its tail. It snaps means what? It breaks with a sharp cracking noise. snaps means break with a crack. Sharp crack. Break with a sharp crack. What happens? It break with a sharp crack. When the kite it comes down, you can listen to that cracking sound of the tail of the kite. And what it is said, it snaps its tail. It snaps its tail means that cracking sound you could hear of the tail when it comes downward. Who? The kite, isn't it? Then soars like a ship. Soars means what? Yes, rise high into the air. Rise high into the air. See, the poet Harry Behn, he's comparing that the kite like a ship. Why? Because it soars like a ship. Soars means what? It rises very high in the air. And how the ship sails on the water, in the same way this kite also sails in the air, or it rises very high in the air with only a sail. Means it doesn't fly, isn't it? It just sails very smoothly in the air, or it rises very high in the air. That is called as soars like a ship with only a sail. As over tides. Tides means what? Rise and fall of the sea. Tides is what? Rise and fall of the sea. Or in the simple word we can say waves. Lehre bolte hai na, lehre. What happens as over tides? What happens? As if like waves, we can say like waves, it will be flying high in the air, like tides or like waves we can say. Of wind it rides. Of wind it rides means what? In the wind it rides, or in the air we can see the kite, it rides over there. Then climbs to the crest. What is crest? The top of a hill. You can see the top hill is there, and the top of the hill is called as crest. Write down that meaning. Crest means top of the hill. So where it goes? Yes, it goes over the tides, or wind it rides and then climbs to the crest. It goes very high at the top of the hill of a gust and pulls. Gust means what? Strong wind, because of very strong wind. Gust means strong wind. Because of this strong wind, what happens? This kite, it climbs to the crest because of the strong winds, and it pulls. That strong wind, it pulls the kite, isn't it? You know it. You run back, you hold the kite like this and you run, so that the wind, what happens, that wind pulls the kite. Then seems to rest. What happens after some time? It rests. When it rests, as wind falls, when there is no wind, when the wind falls, or when the wind is slowed, then that time what happens? The kite, it rests, means it comes to the original position. Then when string goes slack, when string, you know this, we tie a string to the kite, goes slack. Slack means not tight. Slack is not tight. Slack means not tight. when the string which is which we have put to that kite, what happens that string it loosens or it is not tight, then what happens if the string goes slack, who wind it back, what we do, we catch to that one something will be there in our hand, and what we do, we go on winding it or we go on turning the thread which is tied to the kite. Wind means what? Yes, wind means we turn it. Here the other meaning is there. This is wind sometimes, and wind also means turn. So it winds it. What happens when string goes slack, when the string it loosens or when it is not tight, what we do, the we wind it again back to the that हम बोलते हैं ना ऐसे like a wheel it will be. For that what we do, we wind it back and then run until a new breeze blows. What happens when the kite it floats or it rests down? What we do, we catch the kite again and we run back. We run and we see at the back. Then what happens, because of the again of the wind, when it starts blowing the kite, it what happens, the kite starts rising again high up in the air and run until a new breeze blows. Till the new breeze blows, we run holding that kite, isn't it? And then after some time what happens, this kite rises high up again in the air and its wings fill and up it goes. What happens, again the wings of that kite fills with the air and then again it goes up. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. Again poet is saying that it looks very bright when it goes to the sky. But a raggeder thing, raggeder means what? Yes, raggeder means old and torn. Raggeder is old and torn. But a raggeder thing, you children, if you see, when the kite it turns very old or when it turns very tones or it turns very old, what happens, you never will see. And when the toy or any kite or any other things if we have, when it turns old or when it tears, what we do, we don't look also for that thing, isn't it? We throw it away and we just like new things with us, and that raggeder means when the kite it tears or it becomes old, we throw it off or we doesn't look also to that kite again. When it flaps on a string in the top of a tree, what happens when it flaps on a tree? Flaps means move up and down. Flaps. Move up and down. What happens, children? See, after some days this kite it tears or it becomes old, and what we do when we start flying the kite, what happens, it goes and stuck on the tree, and what we do, we doesn't bother also. Why? Because it's stone, it's old now, and what happens, it goes and stuck on the top of the tree. So what we do, we leave that kite there itself. Means what I want to tell you from this poem, see, again one time I will tell you. Just as the ship moves into the sea using a single sail, a kite rises high up into the sky using a single string. When the wind is very strong, what happens? It pulls more string from the roll to even very higher. The kite flies over the tides. It flies over the tides and it flies over the hills also. But what happens when the breeze or what we can say, when the wind slows down, it comes slowly down back to the position. And what happens again? Its strings loosens up, means whatever the string we tie for the kite, what happens? It loosens up. It is not a tight now. Then when the strong wind blows again, when it starts blowing, the kite again soars up into the sky, and again what happens, the sky goes very high. When the wind blows again, it starts blowing, the kite it goes again high up to the sky. It looks bright again in the blue sky. Again what we see, that same kite when it slows down, but after some time if you run taking that kite and the wind starts blowing, this kite again it rises high up in the air. The poet wants to conclude that what the poet wants to say that we never give a second look or any importance to the kite that gets torn by the branches of a tree. What we do when we get a new that kite, we give more importance or we feel very nice about it, and we take more care about it, isn't it? We start liking that kite very much. But after some time what happens, if it tears or if it is very old, then we don't give that value, we don't give that importance to that kite, nor we never look also at that kite. Why? Because now it's old, now it's torn. The same thing I want to tell you children, that see some things we have with us. We have our old books, we have our old pencils, some things are old, but when it is new for us, that time we like it very much, we take more care about it. And what we do, we keep it very safely somewhere else, isn't it? Means we give more importance to those things. But as the things goes on becoming old, or if it tears, even the clothes also you see, then what we do, we never look at them, we just throw it away. But don't do such things. See, if you don't need those things, you keep it aside, and those things you can utilize to the poor people, or if somebody is in need of it. You might be having some old clothes, you might be having some old books, you might be having some old things at your home. So just don't throw away as if it is what we can say, as it if it means you don't need it, you just don't throw it away. You can utilize those things to the persons, those who are in need of it, or those who are not able to afford all those things. So it's your duty, or it's necessary, that whatever old things you all are having with you, just don't throw it away. Why? Because many people now, if you see in this critical condition, many people are not able to buy such new things. So you can give these things to the people who are really in need of that. My children, if you take care, I know, see, you sit at home and you get everything from your parents, but you have to give the importance, or you have to value those things, because many children now they are lacking, they are not getting sufficient food, they are not getting sufficient books, means they are not able to study in this condition. So it's your duty. Suppose now you know, when you are sitting at home, you might be having some old books, you keep it aside, you might be having some old clothes, you keep it aside and make a stock of that. And if you see the people, or if you see some poor children outside, you can give them, and that satisfaction you will be getting, isn't it? So children, this is about the kite only, because what happens, the kite is also it is we can say it's not everlasting. So as it is new, you give more importance, you love that kites, but as it what happens, when its importance starts getting means when it lessens down, what you do, you just start ignoring that kite and you throw it away. But no, if you throw it away, somebody who is in need of that will take it. So children, you have to pay attention, and you have to take care of your old things also. Why? Because it is very essential, and you have to utilize those things which you don't need to the people who are in need of that. Hope you understood this poem and act according to that, so that you will get a satisfaction of helping somebody else. Okay. So now turn your page from the textbook, page number 28. Turn your page number 28. Working with the poem. Working with the poem. See, there they have given one question. List out the action words in the poem. List out the action words in the poem, and you just write down this. List out the action words in the poem. See, you can find the action words in the poem. Those are, they have given 3: dive, dip and snaps. They have given dive. dip and snaps. So some more words you are going to write on the blanks. That is source, climbs, then rides, flaps, and you can write blow. Take a minute and write down these words. List out the action words from the poem. See, you can see these words are there in the poem. Dive, then dip, then you can see snaps. All these are the action words, means we can see the action through these words. And you copy down these words I have given you. See, source, this is also one action word from the poem, source. Then here again you can see climbs, then again you can see here rides, here it is rides, then next if you can see flaps, here it is flaps, and here one more word is blows here. See, all these are the action words from the poem. You write down and take in your notebook. Next children, if you see the question number 2 from the page 28, read these lines from the poem. Then soars like a ship. If you see these 2 lines, see, then soars like a ship with only a sail. If you see those two lines, then soars like a ship with only a sail. Yes, what they have told, the movement of the tailless kite. Tailless kite is compared to a ship. If you see this kite is compared to a ship. Why? Because it is sailing in the air. Like how the ship sails on the water, same way this kite is sailing in the sky. So it is compared here. Tail and the sail is they are compared. The ship is compared with the kite, isn't it? The kite is also sailing in the air and the ship is also sailing in the air. So they are compared, and for this comparison we call as we use the figures of speech as simile. That later on we will study that part in the grammar. So here we use figures of speech as simile. Then if you see one more, if you see there, he runs like a. Now they have given some fill in the blanks. So first one, if you see, he runs like a cheetah. This is second one. He runs like a cheetah. Underline this word. He runs like a cheetah. Then he eats like a horse. He eats like a horse. Then she sings like a nightingale. Nightingale is a bird which sings very sweetly. Then it shines like a star. It shines like a star. These all are some of the comparisons we can say. Then it flies like a bird. And last is it flies like a bird. You copy down all this in your textbook, page number 28. See how they have compared. They said he runs like a cheetah, means your running is compared to a cheetah, isn't it? You know cheetah, how it runs very fast. And then second, if you see, he eats like a horse. Here also it is compared to a horse. Your eating is compared to a horse. Then she sings like a nightingale. Nightingale is a very sweet singing bird, and your singing is compared to a bird called as nightingale. Then it shines like a star. You see the stars are in the sky and it shines very brightly. So the shining is also compared to a star. And finally, last is it flies like a bird. You know, nobody else can fly like a bird high up in the air. So all these comparisons, they are called as simile. Okay. So these comparison is called as simile. That is one type of figures of speech which will be study in the next part for the grammar. Copy down it. See, once again I will tell you, in a summary I want to tell you that how bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. It looks very bright when it is new, isn't it? It is when it is new, it looks very bright when it is in the sky. Then with a dive and a dip, it snaps its tails, it comes down, it slopes down, or again it sails. And when it is very new, it snaps its tails, means what? We could hear the cracking noise of that tail when it comes down. Then soars like a ship, and it sails like a ship in the air with only a sail. It's just only a sail. We can see that the kite will be flying, isn't it, up and down like this. But what happens if the when it is new, we see that sometimes what happens when the wind cools down or when it falls down, what happens? The ship, or we can say the kite, it just soars like a ship in the air. And what happens, as over tides of wind it rides, it goes over the tides and climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls. It goes on the top of the hills. Then seems to rest. What happens after some time? It seems to rest down. And as wind falls, it rests down. So when string goes slack and when the string it loosens, or it is when it is not tight, that time we wind it back again to the that roll. Then and run until a new breeze blows. And what we do, we catch that kite and we start running when the wind starts blowing, and again this kite it picks up, it picks up and it starts again floating in the or flying in the sky, we can say. And its wings fill and up it goes, and again it goes very high up. How bright on the blue is a kite when it's new. It is very new. When it's very new, it looks very bright in the sky. But a raggeder thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. But when it is stone or when it is old, what we do, we just threw it away. So children, I hope you all have understood the moral of the poem, The Kite, and copied on all the meanings, learn all the meanings, and whatever exercise is given, that also you have to learn. And again I am telling, just one time you copy down this poem, whole poem, The Kite, written by Harry Behn in your rough book, and even also you learn this poem. I hope you all understood this poem, and whatever I told you as that whatever old things are there, you just utilize for the poor people who are really in need of that. Just don't throw away the things which are old like the kite. Thank you.